Hi everybody, today our lesson is Unit 2, Subunit 2. It's called High Flyers, and we will learn grammar, present simple for he, she, it, third person singular, vocabulary, daily routine of jobs, and how to talk about routines. So the first one is vocabulary, daily routines. And the task is match the phrases in the box with photos A to I below. We have some words, word combinations, phrasal verbs such as get up, go to bed, have breakfast, get home, have lunch, start work, school, leave home, finish work, school, and have dinner. So let's match the pictures and the phrases. The first one is done for you, it's get up. So B is have breakfast, C is leave home, D is start work school, E is have lunch, F is finish work school, G is get home, H is have dinner, and I is go to bed. In B, we have to complete the questions. In the gaps, we will put some phrases that we have already seen in the pictures. So, do you get up early? Do you have breakfast at home? We add have. What time do you leave home? We add leave. When do you start work school? Start. Where do you have lunch? Have. When did you get home? Get. Do you go to bed late? It's go. In the part writing, we have some linking words or conjunctions such as and, but, and or. And shows the continuation of ideas, the same object, the same people. But shows contrast or different opinions, and or shows difference or choice. So choice. And the second A exercise, the task is complete the sentence with and, but, and or. Every morning I have coffee. I don't like it very much. It's contrast. That's why we put but here. Every morning I have coffee, but I don't like it very much. Every morning I have coffee at home. I drink another coffee on the train. So it's the same ideas. I can say every morning I have coffee at home and I drink another coffee on the train. The third one, every morning I have coffee or tea at home. This is like choice, coffee or tea. That's why we put or. Complete each sentence in 3 different ways. Use and, but, and or. Let's continue. In the week, I get up early and I do morning exercises. Or in the week, I get up early, but I don't have time to do morning exercises. In the week, I get up early or I have some sleep for half an hour. At the weekend, I play tennis or golf. Or at the weekend, I play tennis and I go swimming. At the weekend, I play tennis, but I don't find time to go swimming. The next part is listening. I will read you audio script as I don't have a chance to put your recording. That's why I will read myself, and after that we will do exercises. So it's an interview, a piece of conversation between high flyers and interviewer. So one of them is pilot and the other one is windows cleaner, windows washer, as they call it, windows washer. So interviewer. And today on Radio 99 we talk to some high flyers, men and women who work in very high places around the world, high buildings or mountains or planes. Our first guest has breakfast with his family in London, lunch on a plane, dinner in Singapore, He leaves home on Monday morning and only gets home on Thursday. Of course, he is a pilot and he flies the long distance London to Singapore route for British Airways. Good morning, Daniel. Pilot. Good morning. Interviewer. Well, you travel a lot, but do you actually like it? Pilot. Yes, I do. Interviewer. And what does your family think about your job? Pilot. Well, that is okay. They are okay about it. I mean, they think it's a good job. It's true that I am not at home for 3 or 4 days a week, but I phone my family from the plane and from the airport in Singapore. Yes, they like my job and my routine. For them, it's normal. Interviewer. You have a boy and a girl, isn't it right? Yeah, that's right. 6 and 8 years old. William and Sonia. Interviewer. And William, does he want to be a pilot? Pilot. No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to fly. He wants to be a teacher. But Sonia wants to be a pilot like me. Okay, thanks, Dan. Let's move on. Our next guest is also a high flyer, but of a different kind. He's a window washer from New York. He washes windows on high-rise buildings in the city. He leaves home at 6 every day and starts work at 7. He has breakfast on the 30th floor, actually outside the 30th floor. He has lunch on the 40th floor and works all day in sun or rain. He finishes work at 5 and gets home for dinner. So, why does someone become a window washer, Ted? Window washer. Well, my father washes windows. My older brother washes windows. So I wash windows. I love it up high above the cars and the people. The only problem is the rain and the cold. Interviewer. What does your family think about your job? My wife doesn't like it. She thinks it's crazy. But she loves the money. It's very good money. And my son wants to be a window washer. It's normal in my family. It's a tradition. Interviewer. So, you work all day outside the building, window washer. Yeah, that's right. Interviewer. You eat there. You phone your wife from there, window washer. Yeah. Oh, I even read my mails from there. It's my office. Interviewer. Well then, I have a question. Where does a window washer, go to the bathroom? Window washer. Oh, well, that's a window washer's secret. So we have the question, here is it, do the people like their jobs? And the answer is yes, they do. So both Daniel and Ted like their jobs. The second question, do their families think they are good jobs? Yes, the pilot's family does. But the window washer's family or his wife thinks it's crazy. But his son wants to be the window washer as his father and his grandfather, so it's family tradition. The next B, listen again, complete the table. Let's complete. So we have questions. Where does Daniel or where does Ted have breakfast? Where does he have lunch? Where does he have dinner? Where does he leave home? When does he leave home? And when does he get home? So the first one is done. Daniel has his breakfast in London. What about Ted? Ted has his breakfast on or outside the 30th floor. Now what about lunch? Daniel has his lunch on a plane. Ted has his lunch on the 40th floor. The third one. Daniel has his dinner in Singapore. Ted has his lunch on the 4th floor, 40th floor, not 4th but 40th floor. So, when does Daniel leave home? He leaves home on Monday. Well, yes, he leaves home on Monday, but Ted leaves his home at 6 every day. And the last one, when does Daniel get home? Daniel gets home on Thursday. Now we have grammar part, and there is present simple for third person singular for he, she, and it. Let's refer to our grammar part of the book. So, according to the rule, to make positive sentences for the third person singular in present simple, we should add s or es to the verb. If you see, here are examples like he comes from Japan, so normally after verb we add s, as here. He watches TV. This verb finish in ch, that's why we add es. So verb ending in ch, sh, s, and x needs to add es. She does everything. Here verb finish in o, that's why we add es. Do and go, these verbs end in o, that's why here we add es. It flies to the USA. If the verb ends in consonant and after it is y, then y is changed to I plus es. So you see, change y to ies. And the last one has, it's normally have, but in third person singular it changed to has. It has lunch. So have changed to has. In negative forms, in order to make the sentence negative or the statement negative, we should add does not, the auxiliary verb, and contracted it in speaking English like doesn't. So he, she, it doesn't like cats. In the negative, use doesn't plus verb. He doesn't want to come. When speaking, use the contraction doesn't like, does not. Now what about interrogative questions or questions? Interrogative sentences or questions. So interrogative sentences mix with the help of auxiliary verb does, after that subject, after that verb, and all other parts. Its short forms in positive answers, we use yes plus subject plus does. In negative form, we use no plus subject plus doesn't. So use does plus subject plus verb to make a question. Does he, she got home late? In short answers, we use yes, it, does, or no. But we cannot say yes, it comes, or no, it doesn't come. It is incorrect. Now let's go back to our textbook and do this part of the grammar. So look at our script we have looked and complete the table. Present simple positive statement. So he comes home on Monday. We add s. He, for example, leaves home on Thursday, or vice versa. We can say he leaves home on Monday and add s. He comes home on Thursday and add s. My father cleans windows, so, or washes windows. If we use cleans, we just add s. If we use wash, we add es because the ending is sh. Look at the sentence in the table above and complete the rule. To make the present simple with he, she, it, add, what should we add? S or es to the verb. Listen to the verbs. Write them in the correct group below according to the sound of the ending. So if we take these three verbs that we use, it's gets, leaves, and washes. The first one is written, it's guest. The last consonant is voiceless. That is what, if we add s, the sound is like s, gets. The second one is z. For example, leaves. Leaves. It's the last is voiced consonant or vowel. If the verb finished in voiced consonant or vowel, then if we add s, it pronounced like z, lives. And the last one, washes, it's end in sh. That is why we add es, and it pronounced like is, washes. So now they ask us to listen to the other verbs, write them in the correct group, then listen and repeat. So we can read the verbs that are given here. It's exercise number, what exercise is it? It's exercise number 5A. So exercise 5A, let's do it. So we have the following words. We have the verbs works, reads, goes, laughs, starts, cooks, wants, phones, teaches, relaxes, finishes, and watches. So if we take the first, like as, we can add here the verbs cooks, we can add starts, wants. If we take the second column where the pronunciation of s is the, we can add there the verbs reads, goes, loves, and is, like es, it's watches, teaches, relaxes, and finishes. Look at the sentence in the table, complete the rule. He doesn't want to fly. It is negative statement. In negative statement, we add doesn't, the contraction of does not, in front of the verb, and it makes the sentence negative. My wife doesn't like it. So the rule, make the sentence negative. Make the negative with he, she, it, plus doesn't, plus verb. So we add doesn't. Now we have practice. Let's do it. Complete the text. Use a verb in the positive and negative form. A day in the life. Sian Williams gets up at 3:35 in the morning and she doesn't have breakfast. Let's add the other ones. So, because at home, because there is no time, she leaves home at 4:15 and goes to the BBC One studio by taxi. She starts work at 5:30 and is live on air from 6 to 9:15 in the morning. In the afternoon, she prepared for the next day's show. She finishes work at about 4 and gets home at 5. She doesn't watch TV in the evening because she listens to music and cooks dinner for her family. So we add some words here. Let me repeat the words for you. So the first one is done for you, it gets up. The second one is doesn't have. The third one leaves. The fourth one goes. The fifth starts. Number 6 leaves. Number 7 gets. Number 8 doesn't watch. The ninth listens to. And the 10th is cooks. As you see, all of them are in third person singular. All of them has ending s or es. The next is again grammar. Look at the sentences in the table and complete the rule. It is interrogative or sentence or question, present simple question. Does he want to be a pilot? It is general question. It starts with auxiliary verb does, after that subject, after that verb. What does your family think? In that sentence is special question. The sentence starts with interrogative word like what, then it's auxiliary verb does, then subject, then the verb. So make the question with, what should we add here? Does, then subject, he, she, it, then verb. Listen and underline the stress verb. If we take the first question, is does he want to be a pilot? Does he want to be a pilot? The stressed words are words that gives meaning to the sentence. They are important for listener. So here important words are want and a pilot. So the stressed words are want and pilot. Generally they are pronounced very distinctly. Does he want to be a pilot? The second, what does your family think? Here important words are what and family. So they are important and stressed. Let's go further. So we have jobs. Let us open photo bank. In the photo bank we have jobs, professions. So as you see, match the jobs in the pictures. You have pictures of different professions, different jobs. Let's first read them, complete the gaps, A or N. First of all, let's read lawyer, teacher, accountant, police officer, engineer, politician, hairdresser, shop assistant, chef, doctor, receptionist, nurse, personal assistant, PA, waiter, waitress, sportsman, sportswoman, actor, actress, businessman, and businesswoman. As you see, all of them are just words. They doesn't have any gender. You can say if it's a man or male or female or woman, but some of them are different. For example, if you take 14 waiter and waitress and the 16th actor and actress, you see that here two genders, waiter for men and waitress for women. The same is 16 actor for a man and actress is for a woman. The other 15th and 17th consists of two words that show gender. For example, sportsman, like for man, sportswoman for woman, businessman, businesswoman. All others are the same. So the task is add a or an. If you remember, we have already had it in the first term with the starter speak out, and there we say that an and a are indefinite article. It means one or any, and it is used normally in front of the noun that are countable. Nouns that are countable. Here we should say that an is used when the verb starts with vowel. So let's start. A lawyer, a teacher, a is vowel. That's why we say an accountant, a police officer, e is vowel. That's why it's an engineer, a politician, a hairdresser, a shop assistant, a chef, a doctor, a receptionist, a nurse, a personal assistant, a waiter, a waitress, a sportsman, a sportswoman. A is vowel, that's one why we say an actor, an actress, and the last one, a businessman, a businesswoman. So now we have pictures or photos of different jobs. So the first one is a doctor. The second one is a nurse. The third one is a politician. Then a policeman or policewoman or a police officer. Then E, a lawyer. A sportsman, a sportswoman. This is a receptionist. An actor. This is an actress, the first one, and the second an actor. Then an accountant, a shop assistant, a waiter for a man, a waitress for a woman, a teacher, a hairdresser, a personal assistant, and this one is a receptionist, I think. So this one is incorrect. Let's see who is the man. This is a man and the woman. So it's a businesswoman and it's a businessman. So here the picture is a businesswoman and a businessman, and the last one is a receptionist. Then we have a chef, and we have let's see, an engineer. So this one is an engineer. Now let's come back to our lesson. What else we have here? That's all. We have already done our lesson till the end. I recommend you to study again this lesson, to listen to us and to study yourself, learn professions and present simple for the third person singular. And besides, there are some phrases that are very useful for talking about routine, daily routines. Thanks for attention.